Thanks, Mish.
This is brand new today, never been used.
Oh man, he's all about all about the style, and I was pointing out the style.
The red match and a little bit of, there should be a, oh there they are, yeah.
He's always paying attention. Here's the cover of the book. Let's show this, Redefining Success, Still Making Mistakes. One of Canada's best known entrepreneurs and an innovative philanthropist you are, sir. And an interesting subtitle. We were just saying that, yeah, it's about success, but that vulnerability of the mistakes you've had and the lessons you've learned over the years.
Well, absolutely. I think as Canadians, sometimes we're a little bit ashamed of mistakes. We often point to people who've made a mistake in business or lost something, and I think that's a shame, because mistakes are the essence of good experiences. It comes from making mistakes. Nobody gets lucky 20 times in a row. It just doesn't happen. And so why not accept it? One
of the key messages I'm taking away from your book is a new philosophy on life about simplification. You just want to simplify. And when did that realization come to you? Because you live a busy lifestyle.
It's really over the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, I added the complexity of a television career on top of real business and on top of real work that I'd been doing for many years. And it just became so obvious that less is more. I don't need all that I have, and we're having a lot of fun getting rid of stuff right now.
And you know, when it comes to success, this is such a personal thing for so many different people because they can define it in various ways. But in this book, you kind of outline 3 core classes, 3 core areas to work on in terms of achieving success. Talk about those for us.
Well, the 3 core competencies that I think we need to be teaching across our education system, and from grade 3 right up to trade schools, whether you're at PICA or Emily Carr or UBC, I don't care. You should be studying marketing, you should be studying entrepreneurship, and you need to study philanthropy. And some people say you can't teach entrepreneurship or you can't teach philanthropy. I would argue at least you can nurture it. As long as the seeds have been planted, you can nurture it. So I think it's absolutely critical that our curriculum evolve. Reading and writing and arithmetic, that's interesting as skills, but we need the competencies in terms of marketing and entrepreneurship and philanthropy.
You know, there's so many great messages that can come out of a book. Some of the quotes in this book are yours, some of them are some of your favorites. I think we have one. Guys, roll up the board here and talking about anything you do out of a sense of obligation is going to have a different outcome than when you act out of a sense of opportunity. What's the defining moment that brings you to a statement like this?
Well, I so often hear people say that with great wealth comes great obligation. And I go, well, that's interesting, but what about the opportunity? Changing the world is an opportunity. I think if the entrepreneurs of this world took some of the wealth, bulk of the wealth, in fact, that they've created and applied it to the charitable sector with the same passion, the same creativity, the same innovation that they did to their business lives, we could start changing the world without waiting for government. It wouldn't matter whether it was Harper or someone else. It wouldn't matter if it was Obama or Romney. It would be the entrepreneurs of the world running the show. And we've got the power.
And you know, I had the chance to see you speak last year. I think it was at the National Philanthropy Day luncheon. Oh, yeah. And I got to say, the messages you put out there are empowering. The fact that, yeah, it is one step, it is one thing that you can do to create change, to do something to impact the community. And, you know, another quote that kind of stood out to me, we don't have a board for this one, but you were talking about what it is to be a successful man. And the quote that you said you liked is, a successful man is one who has earned the respect and admiration of others, and you add on, especially that of his children. The priority of family in your life. How has that evolved over the last few years?
Well, to be blunt, I wasn't around a lot. I played the typical career of a business person whose priorities were really getting the job done. And I often argued that the reason I was working Saturdays and Sundays and evenings was for the benefit of my family. And at the end of the day, the kids don't want quality time, they want quantity time. They want you to be in their lives. And you know, frankly, they're only around for 10, 12, 13, 14 years where you've got an active, interactive opportunity. And so it was a real awakening for me when I realized how quickly the kids were going to be gone, and here I was working at the office for them. Something was wrong with the model.
Mm-hmm. And I guess as we kind of wrap this up, conversations. You have plenty in the business world, in the charitable sector. What would you say is one of the most important, or perhaps the most important conversation you've had to get you where you're at?
Oh, there's a couple. I guess one was on an airplane where someone asked me if I was happy where I was working, and I paused because it was my client and I didn't want to slag my boss, and I paused, and the guy said to me, if you ever went on your own, I would hire you. And while he didn't hire me for several years, I went on my own about 6 months later because he took the risk. In my mind, he took the risk out of the decision. Mm. Now, to friends of mine and to my family, they're going, just a minute, based on a coffee on an airplane with someone, you're going to start your own business? Yep, I did. Wow. It worked.
Stands out. You kind of remember the dialogue, and I know you capture a lot of sentiments in this book. Such little time to cover so much, so here's the deal. You can pick this up, Redefining Success, Still Making Mistakes, and you have a book signing later today at Chapters, right?
I'll be down in, I think it's on Robson Street, right? And, but I'll be at the Chapters, and I'll be there for an hour or two, and look forward to seeing you.
It'll be good times. And hey, I got to hold this up because this is such a cool marketing tool. Danny, want to hold this up? Still making mistakes. He's got the eraser. Take us back to the school days. Really nice.
Limited edition erasers. They'll be available at the book signing too.
Nice one, Brett. Always good to see you.
Thank you. Love the shirt, by the way.
I got to keep up with you.
It's a job.